Welcome back, everybody. He merged The Simpsons and Shakespeare in the breakout hit Mac Homer. Now he is back with a new one-man show called Boom. Welcome back, Rick Miller, the man of many voices and many talents.
Ah, the sound of 8 people applauding.
Let's talk about the fact that this is getting massive applause and critical acclaim. You've done it again. This has been something very near and dear to your heart because you're talking about not only world history in this and a specific slice of it, but also your own history.
Yeah, my family. It's kind of the DNA of myself and my culture. It started when I was researching my dad's story. He grew up in war-torn Vienna. He had a swastika on in his classroom, and that was such a different story from the typical Leave It to Beaver thing that I wanted to bring that in and look at the evolution of rock and roll and all the great stories, but tie it to an emotional story that is literally connected to my parents' story.
What is the time frame we're looking at? Because it's boom as in baby boomers generation.
Yeah, 45 to 69, 100 minutes. I do over 100 voices in 25 years. And yeah, it's a big challenge, but I think part of the appeal is really watching someone not tell just Martin Luther King's story, but how that ties into the story of music and culture and how everything in a way is connected to everything else. Whereas we tend to think we live in little boxes.
Right.
Every generation has the same patterns. And when you look at Occupy a couple of years ago, it's very similar to 1968. So I wanted to basically say that we become our parents, no matter how hard we try.
There's an interconnectedness that happens and a cyclical thing that happens. And I hear you're just, I mean, on that stage, it's prop after prop, voice after voice. It's exhausting, but it's a labor of love for you.
It's fun. You know, it's fun to go between. You want to throw a few voices at you?
Please. Okay, so hang on. I hear you Neil Joplin as much as you do. Like, give me another one.
If I throw in Joplin. Okay, here, to see if I'll try to stump you. An iron curtain has descended across the European continent to put a man on the moon by the end of the decade. I want you to come on. I like to dream, yes, yes. If I said that television was more popular than Jesus, I might have got away with it. Okay, who's that?
How do you do that?
Okay, name a few. Who's that?
Do that?
Trying to stump you. Who did I do?
Come on, go, guys. There's so many. Kevin?
Oh, Churchill to begin with.
Churchill, yeah.
John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
What was the?
Yeah, I did Joplin. I did Joplin, even though at 7 or whatever in the mornings.
You had Paul.
What did I do? I did John Lennon.
John Lennon.
And I can't remember what I think I did Steppenwolf at that point. Did I do Steppenwolf?
Yes, yes.
What comes out of my mouth?
So
but in the show, it's very carefully designed.
You switch so quickly like that, and you nail it. Lots of practice, or is it in your head? Is it so easy?
I have a lot of voices in my head, and I think part of the experience of this is that you come and you watch someone and you forget that it's one person on stage. Because I'm surrounded by media. It's really, really, I think an amazing show to bring, to bring your parents to, basically.
So I was going to say, what is the age group? Would you say it's the boomers? Would you say bring your kids, and it's a fun way to learn history?
It is, yeah. I'd say history teachers come and they say, wow, I wish I could teach like that. But yeah, it is. I think it's a great show to bring, for instance, your parents and your kids. Not the toddlers, but online on the Cadoons Network, we have all sorts of stuff that's related to our plays for little kids on sites like heritagemoment.com. But on stage, I'd say it's kind of 10 and up, an amazing show because it brings out new stories that beyond the usual stories that people roll their eyes at in their family.
And you're such a giver because at the end of every show, you encourage people to ask you questions.
That's right. I don't
like
the idea that after
Q&A?
Yeah, after a show, I like to think that you can only get what you get in my shows by seeing it on stage. You can't film it and get the same thing. And part of that is don't check your email after the show. Stick with me. I want to hear your stories. I've blabbed for 100 minutes now. Tell me what that just spurred in you, and let's share, and let's keep talking about it.
Do you do a Mick Jagger?
I do, yeah. I do Mick Jagger singing a Beatles song, because the Stones didn't give us the rights. Do you want to do it right now?
Yeah, can you?
I want to be your lover, baby. I want to be... Anyway, that sort of thing, right?
Down to the mannerisms.
Just threw that at me. Oh.
Brilliant, yeah, because I know you can handle it. Make sure you check it out. It's a 3-week run at Panasonic Theatre beginning tomorrow night. It's like a roostery thing he did, like a little peacock.
Even though he didn't do that back then, but you got to do the Jagger.
You got to do the Jagger thing. Yeah. BreakfastTelevision.ca, and you get that veiny thing in the neck too. Well done. Who's your favorite voice to do?
Barry Maguire. Anyone know Barry Maguire? Eve of Destruction, first war protest song. Tell me, because I get to sing and play a guitar and play harmonica at the same time. Oh, it's just so much fun.
Multi-talented, all while eating a turkey sandwich. I mean, I don't know how he does. BreakfastTelevision.ca for more information. Rick, thank you so much. The man of many talents and many voices with Boom in the city right now. Go check it out. More BT right after this.